EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Uptown Charlotte at rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium.
Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Carolina Panthers.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line. They start the drive here with Gainwell.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hit 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Option handoff for Gainwell. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
That is caught past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Here we go, back.
A man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in an Eagle uniform, it's Miles Sanders. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. You look at this Eagle defense.
This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Driving the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time. It's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
The Panthers sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he gets it on first down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Young off the play fake.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Young on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
This is up and good from Kml. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Burt sets up to throw it.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
They run the option on second down.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Hurts.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
You look at this Carolina defense.
This unit coming in this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
It's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This short throw caught by Goddard, and he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will stay a 4-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Off the play fake, Young. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw.
That's caught by Mingo, right side.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. To throw, Young.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Great way to convert on 3rd down here. 21 yards the play. For the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Should hand off given to Sanders.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
They go play action. Young.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Young will set to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good. Way wide to the left. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
It's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
On 1st down, Hurts. Try! And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 35 yards the gain there. Another 1st down as well. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up. And that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed out hard there. He was ready for that running play. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the 1st half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And this is going to be a Panthers 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Young. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. It's Young off play action. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on 3rd down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had them on the ropes there. 3rd down incompletion, 4th down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to 1st down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now here's Young. Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On the counter, it's Gainwell.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
Pressure comes in. The Carolina Rains have arrived as we are inside a soggy Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Carolina Panthers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes
the Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, that didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
So certainly not the start thing we're looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14.
Throwing is Hurts.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Returnable here from the 38. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Back ready. Okay, let's make some good plays. Let's go. Talk.
Young. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. You look at this Eagle defense.
This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice.
And I think the ball's out.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So a first-quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because You're so amped up, and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost him.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Another run here with Sanders. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a 1st down. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
You look at this Carolina defense.
This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. Over back at the 36. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now back to throw. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Here's Matt Araiza now.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Pulled in at the 24. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. And they come up here now, 1st down. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Young to throw it.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury.
The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Play action. Here's Hurts. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Kenneth Gainwell.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Hassan Reddick, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him. And some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Looking to throw, Young.
Got a man, that's Ayuk.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Rolling to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Pushes past him. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. They'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 40-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
All right, partner, that wasn't good enough to get this done, but I've played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
Hurts. And that's going to be too high. And incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Okay, ready?
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. 70 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panthers sack.
Derek Brown. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Here's a screen with Gainwell.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Hurts.
It's caught. Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Hurts completing this one quickly.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
Second and 6. The 13-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Dancing to his left. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Eagles are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
Kenneth Gainwell
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down.
Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
That after he punted that ball, he's probably frustrated that they had a sizable return against his punt, but he made amends by stepping up to make the tackle.
Yeah, he made amends and probably covered a few of his teammates who didn't handle it very well, because once the return breaks like that, you're thinking touchdown, and he prevented it with a nice play.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Young will set to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Jalen Carter.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Johnny Hacker now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Fielded at the 43. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. He'll drop to throw. Complete. Smith has it. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 29-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this 3rd quarter at their own 25. Now a first down throw for Young. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the 2nd half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Hey, go steal. Ready.
Now Young. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Let's take it inside his own 40. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, They've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
They go play action with Hurts. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
It's a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste a separate performance from these ace pass rushers.
Powering forward, and he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Right down defensively there as the screen is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Hurts. Drops this one down to Gainwell. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Offenses all around will continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and he did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Back to throw here. He's got Smith here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Christian Wilkins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
We talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
He certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taken in at the 11. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Second and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte.
Out of the gun, it's Young. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a deep.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
You see inside his face mask there, a look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying on the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and build a lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and a yard.
To the air once more, Young.
He's got Mingo.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18. 23 yards the pickup there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Off the play fake, Young. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Second and 10.
They'll set up a throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther save.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and count.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Christian Wilkins
able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. This is taken at the 18.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And out will come the offense as they take over. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Here we go.
2nd and 9.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 46.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here's 3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Young. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And that is dropped. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a game changer, but he could not hang on.
Oh, man, late in the tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Young on 3rd down.
They'll find Ayuk open right side.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. The 3rd down conversion is successful, getting 12 yards that time.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, probably going to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run with Sanders off the option.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Pinheiro's extra point up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent first half offensively. They need their best drive of the game right here.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
That's As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Second down, here's Hurts.
Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
They run behind center with Gainwell.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Yeah, that was the safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Hurts.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
They'll run here with Gainwell.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll try again.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. They'll come up first and 10 here.
On play action, Young. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to be out at the 45-yard line. Well, that's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, like he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yards.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. It doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here comes second down. Young. Oh, and that is incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's third down. And that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Hurts going to keep it running right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
Well, if you run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to pull off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pull it.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And that was ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. So a big, big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to swell the lead to 6. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you kick.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that